Hey, it's a beautiful day in my world on LordGideon Plays Minecraft. Welcome back, folks. If you've made it here and you watched all of episode 4, God bless you. I can't believe you made it that far through. That wound up being one heck of a long episode. Not done on purpose, believe it or not, but there are, in fact, downsides to recording in multiple sessions. Now, as you can see, since you've left, since I left you before when we closed the last episode, I've been busy doing some busy work that I thought we'll catch up on here right at the beginning of episode 5. First of all, we've got cows now, and I went over to the area that I pointed out over there in the jungle. That's on the top right side of your screen, and I brought some cows over here, and I've been breeding them. There were 6 cows over there. That's the most cows I think I've ever found together. And out of those sheep that you saw at the end of the last episode, I keep breeding them, and this is where we've gotten to so far. More than enough for our wool farm. So in this episode, we're going to get that rolling. I'm going to find some sheep. Well, I'm not going to find them. I know where they are. But I'm going to park these suckers inside of their new homes where they will live in abject servitude, giving me wool for the rest of their lives. Now, also what's happened is I started breeding some chickens here because I need eggs for a lot of the food recipes in Farmer's Delight, dough, things like that. Also, I did re-up our XP farm and located the majority of armadillos in there because we had lost a bunch before. And so now the XP farm, which was already really OP, is now ridiculously OP. But I kept 2 armadillos just in case I wind up losing more of them in the XP farm. In the meantime, any other changes? Well, yes, as you can see, we've chopped down a bunch of forest to make room for growth, but also I needed supplies. So all of those spruce trees have been chopped down, as well as birch and oak over here. And then I did go on a bit of a trip down into the deep to get a bunch of deep slate for building along with some tuff. So we should be ready to rock and roll at this point, right? All right. Now, first things first, we got to get sheep into those. And I got to do it in a way where they're going to go in there and not be able to get out. So I'm going to need some glass or a block of some sort. My knee-jerk reaction is glass. And I'm going to need 16 of those blocks because that's how many colors we're going to have. And we got... You know what? I'm just going to bring all of them because I could count wrong. It could happen. So, now, ordinarily this might be a bit more difficult, but I've got that carry-on mod, which, it's a nice time saver. So, it's not that they wouldn't go in there anyway. They would, but it's way faster to just do it this way. Alright, so let's just park these blocks on top. Doop. Oh, dang it. No, that's not what I wanted. So that last episode, man, that was a long one in the end when I was editing it, and I'm just like, man, what can I cut out from this? And realize there was a bunch of stuff I just could get rid of because you wouldn't understand what was... Why did I put redstone on top of this? That's very weird. You wouldn't understand what was going on. So I just decided to keep it and kind of just go with it. So... Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build a nice temporary bridge here out of glass blocks, and we're going to get our sheeps. Here's number 1. We're going to start parking them in the hole. But first, I'm going to accidentally fall into the hole. I know what you're saying. Why would you do that? Well, it's part of it. You've got to accidentally fall into the hole so that you know the hole. There's a lot of jokes, and I'm not going to say any of them. All right, so get in there. Yes. You know what I could use is... Have I got any wood over here at all? No. Okay, I'm going to go over here and get a piece of wood. Because it would be faster than just running into the house. So... Yep. Because what I need is a button. Kick this process off. Now, theoretically, I could just leave them. But I just want to get this ball rolling. So, okay, I'm glad that that did nothing. Wow, it really did nothing too, didn't it? There we go. All right, so we got that one cooking. All right, let's find another. Here we go. Maybe I'll wait to do the whole triggering until... Come on, get in there. Jeepers, even with a mod on. Wait, did I fill this in? Is this a solid block? Is this a solid? No. He got me to go in the hole. Son of a biscuit. Alright. Gotta be smarter than the sheep. Smarter than the sheep, Gideon. Okay, come here. You go. Here. No. 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 Okay. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a great episode. Hundreds of thousands of viewers are just gonna flock, no pun intended, to watching me try to get this. Get in there! Get in the... Oh, come on. No! How hard can this be? Oh, it can be hard. No. How come he's not going in there? He's just not gonna go in. Okay, now you come here. All right, we're gonna have to do this another way. No. No. Go that way. Come on. No. Oh, no. Oh, I almost got him. All right, come on. Oh, yeah, power stance. Power. Yes. Okay. This is going to be like 5 hours long, this video. All right. Okay, guys, rate your excitement level on a scale of 1 to 2 at watching. Oh, dang it. Every time. Okay. Will you be different than... No. No. You ever see one of those mods that makes the saw actually hurt? I got one of those before. Many funny things happen. No. Many funny things happen. Get in there. Get in there, yes. Okay, this is going well. Let's see. All right. All right, now some of you are probably saying, why are you doing these things in this specific order? All right, so here's the plan, which... I think I talked about in the other episodes, but I tend to get waylaid by whatever is going on. I don't think I have... Oh, dang it, every time. I don't think I have ADHD, but I might. So here's the deal. I want... Oh, that went suspiciously well. I want to be able to... We got to do the Ender Dragon. We got to go to the Deep Dark. We got to do, to do the Warden. The Warden now has loot. So oh, no. I want to be able to do that. Yes. I gotta name tag all these guys, don't I? I think I do. So I need to have good armor for that. And as you can see, I still don't have netherite. Now, understandably, I'm doing hand motions and you can't tell right now. I could just do it the old-fashioned way and just do mass, excavations in the nether, which I'm going to try to do. But I need a lot of wool in order to find some more netherite, in order to activate the netherite compass. But the netherite compass needs echo shards, which are in Say with me. The deep dark. I gotta screw with the warden for that one. So this is gonna be interesting to say the least. But yeah, we got plans, and then you know we gotta fight the Ender Dragon. We gotta do that. Now. Oh. 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 Are you gonna go in? Who's a good sheepy? Go in there. Nope. Nope. No. 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 He's being a bad boy. Boy, he is just... No. Why? Why do I always get the Wanderers? Come on. Okay. No. Oh, wait, this is Pod's oil. Can they eat Pod's oil? I don't think they can eat Pod's oil. Can they? Alright, that's gonna be a test, I guess. I don't know if they can eat Pod's oil or not. Nope. Nope. No. Boy, if you're reading the captions for this, it's just going to be wondering what the heck is going on, because it's just no, no, no. Come on. No. No. Fine. You know you want... No. You know you want to. Where'd he go? Man, this is just... Oh, no. Why do you want to be over there? I want you to be... No, I want you to be over here. Can I just pull him into there? Yes. All right. All right. Now we're gonna find out if he can eat Pod's oil or not. I don't know if he can. That thought really never even occurred to me. That he might not... We're already up to... Wow. 6. 8. There we go. All right. Honestly, I don't know if that's going to work. Whenever I'm editing these, I'm always puzzled sometimes why I don't talk. And it's just me thinking in my head, wondering about this kind of stuff. All right, let's get the next one. Whoop. Will you get... No. 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 Jeez. If I just put him in there with the lead on, he just flops right in. No. Yeah, so what I gotta do is, as soon as... Yeah, see, he's not been snipped yet over there. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Alright, if I do this, and then do this, he immediately positions himself correctly. Editor Gideon here. Yeah, so we sped up through this part because it wasn't really that interesting. You guys were just watching me shove sheep in there, and then I realized that sheep can't eat Pod's oil. Isn't that exciting? So I wound up having to dig up all the pod soil and then put down a bunch of normal dirt and then literally watch the grass grow. And, you know, if there's one thing I'm known for, it's explosive, excellent action, like waiting for Minecraft to grow grass. So, sped that up a little bit. Yeah, everybody got shorn. Alright, so what's left here? You just gotta claim these ones here, and yeah, it's not gonna spread under there. I'm gonna have to put a grass block there. That's what's gonna have to happen. So if it's clear glass, then the grass won't turn to dirt. But the problem we're having here is that it won't turn to grass because there's glass on top of it. So if it's grass before you put the glass on, it's fine. But if it's dirt and then you put glass on it, it won't change. So I gotta get this thing. I'm gonna have to break the glass. Here we go. And then I need the grass to just go to it. And let's hope the sheep doesn't wander. Hey! Okay, that one already went. Now we need this one to go. Come on, grass. Grow grass. This is the kind of entertainment you're looking for, literally, on YouTube, watching Minecraft grass grow. Stay in there, sheep. Don't move. Come on. Come on, grass. What are you watching? I'm watching a guy on YouTube literally watch grass grow on Minecraft. This is what you tuned in, folks. This is the bastion of entertainment you were hoping to see. Come on, grass. I wish I understood how it works. There's been times where I've been shocked at how fast grass has grown. And in this case, I just don't understand what's happening. Come on. Like, those are all grass. The one time I need grass to grow. Come on! Okay, I'm not gonna look. Nope. Okay, not looking. Maybe if I don't look. Sunshine. Sunshine to date. Nope. No. Just because I looked. This one went immediately. This one. No. Son of a biscuit. I'm kind of surprised that the sheep hasn't walked out of there. I think that they can walk out. Actually, since I'm over here, might as well just, you know, chuck this down there. Yes! That's what it needed. It needed a little soft touch of wall. All right. Woohoo! Our wool farm is working, folks. Yeah. All right. I'm really excited. Like, not faking it. I'm super stoked right now. Awesome. We need 16 dyes. All right. So here's what we're going to need first. We've got white here already. So we're going to go get what we've got now. And I think we should be able to make brown dye because I was thinking already and parked these out here some time ago. So let's chop these bad boys up. Alright, and let's make some brown dye. We're gonna need that. Right, now I think we just park this in here and yeah, brown dye. Alright. Now, where is all of my dye? Here we go. Alright, so I need one brown dye. Let's just slide some things out of the way here. Alright, we got this spare redstone. Let's just, you know what, since we're in here, we're just gonna get rid of some stuff. Right, that. I will actually keep some leaf litter just in case. Not on me, though. Alright, we're gonna need one red dye. I want to do this in a gradient. It'll look nicer. So, We already got our white sheep. We don't need white dye, so we do need a light gray dye, a gray dye, a black dye, a brown dye, a red dye. We're gonna need an orange. Orange. So I'm gonna need... What flowers do I have here in storage? I don't think I can get pink dye out of that. What do I have here? Dandelion. Yes. Okay. Where are you? Here. Excellent. Park this here. Boom. Oh yeah, I forgot you get 2. That's nice. Alright, so we got orange and yellow. Lime dye I can only get from a sea pickle. I'm gonna have to go find... Do I have any in here? I don't know, I've been underwater a lot, haven't I? I think I have. No. Alright, let's go get some... Let's go see what we got down here. Hey, Editor Gideon here. Just thought we'd kind of skip through this as I'm trying to avoid this being a 4-hour episode like the last one was. So we had to get some sea pickles, and then I remembered that in order to tame Nautilus, or is it the plural of Nautilus? Nautili? Nautili? I don't know. You tell me what it should be. Anyway, we need pufferfish, and then I also saw glow squid and just normal squid, and you know, if it's moving and crawling, we should kill it if we're here. Why not? Because you know, glow squid are going to give us glow squid sacks, and regular squid will give us ink sac, and then we can tame Nautilus, and yeah, so just decided to just spend a few extra minutes harvesting while I was out here just to collect whatever I could, and then we swam back to the base, and we got this show back on the road. Alright, let's see here. Alright, how many of these do I want to cook? Let's do 4. You know what? We're going to do more than 4. We're going to do this many. Okay, so... Alright, well, we gotta empty some stuff out here, so let's empty that. Okay, I feel like we got enough scoots to last a lifetime, so I'm just gonna chuck these out. I don't care about them. Goodbye, scoots. I also don't need to carry 1 stick around. And I think I can part ways with this oak button. Indeed. And those. Alright. We also don't need this dirt. A bubble coral block. Alright, let's just stick that there. Alright, oh, we gotta park this in here. Sea pickle. Pickles. Let's see. Yeah, this is the boring part. It's just going through here and like, what do I have? What do I not have? What would be obnoxious to carry around? Boop. Alright, right there. We got lots of dye being made. Not that I need that many for right now, but... Okay. Puffer fish. Alright, these guys go in here. Alright, so we got lots of those. Now we're gonna need food. Okay. What are we gonna make for food? Let's look it up, shall we? At Farmer's Delight. What do we got? What do we got? Steak and potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Let's see. Well, we got a lot of mouton. Let's do steak and potatoes. Why not? What do we need for that? Rice with steak and potatoes? I don't know about that. Well, how much beef do I got? Okay, I got lots of baked potatoes, and I got raw beef. Okay, so we'll just do that many. Actually, no, we'll do 20. All right, so first, put our steak on. My favorite is that as it cooks, it just auto flips into the basket. Watch, here it goes. Oop. Yeah, this is a hopper. And the range on it is huge. Boop. You can put anything you want in it, and it'll just suck it down. Boop. You know, these are incredibly cheap, way cheaper than normal hoppers. I gotta wonder about that. Why did I just... Alright, that's doing its thing. Alright, so... Where is my food assembly table? Alright, let's make it over here. Okay. We need baked potato bowl. Alright, so... Baked potato. And we're gonna need onions. Yeah, we're gonna need 20 onions. Alright, so we got 20 onions. Now we're gonna need 20 rice. This is way more rice than we need, but it is what it is. And then we're gonna need bowls. Alright. Okay. Alright, was this the recipe? No, it's gotta be up here. Oh, there we go. Is this all of them? It is. Boom. Okay. So let's put our baked potatoes back. Our raw beef doesn't belong in with our cooked food. That's a health concern. Let's just be honest. Cooked rice. We'll park that back up here in the corner. And we'll put our raw beefies over here. All right. Let's have some delicious. Oh, yeah. Delicious. Everyone loves steak and potatoes, right? All right. Let's part ways here with our lanterns. We don't need them right this second. All right. We are going to need some green dye. So we got that. So after that comes green dye. We can only get cyan dye, I think, from a pitcher plant, right? Or can we can make it, I think. Alright, so... How do you make... I need a cactus. I'm a cotton-headed ninny-muggets. I need a... wait, didn't I bring a bunch of cactus? Yes, I did. See, and this is what you get. Cactus farms, one of the easiest to make. I haven't set one up. Actually, cactus farms are one of my favorite farms to make. I can't tell you why, very relaxing to me. All right, we got now our green dye. I'm gonna need a blue dye to mix. So okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, let's do this and cyan dye, and then we got our blue dye. Oh wait, we need light blue. nice. Running out of blue flowers here. Okay, I am gonna need white dye. Wait, I can just take this and turn it into white dye. There we go. Light blue dye. So now we got our green, we got our cyan, we got our light blue dye, we have our normal blue dye, and now we're gonna need some magenters. Magenters. And I think you can get that from this or this. All right, let's find out. Ah, there we go. And then this, is this pink? Yes, it is. We're doing so good. We're doing so great. All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna park the extras in here. Wow, that's not organized even remotely as well as it should be. Wait. Is this all of them? All right, we already have white. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have them all. Yes. Truth be told, I had to take my socks off to count all those, but it is what it is. Woohoo! We've got enough. I am so excited. All right. Let's start dyeing some sheep. All right. Who's ready to be the unnatural Chernobyl green? Buy if you want it. All right. I didn't bring any blocks to stand on. Stupid me. Okay. We're just gonna get out the trusty shovel. All right, 18 dirt blocks should cut it. All right, let's go back over here. Darn it. All right. Oh no, I blocked myself in. We gotta get over here. Oh, and I forgot spruce trapdoors. I learned the hard way a long time ago to never leave the tops open. Just don't do it. It's not good. All right, so... Okay. So where do I climb up? All right, so... All right, we're going to start here. You are the correct color, my friend. So we don't do anything to you. So you... which way do I want these to go? There we go. You get a lid. All right, you should be a light gray dye. Oh. Okay, all right. There we go. Black, brown. Okay. You are light gray. I can't. Why can't I? I can't dye this sheep? Wait. Oh, do they? I don't think I can dye them because they don't... I shot myself in the foot. I can't dye them because they don't have any wool on them because I'm shearing them. Oh. Oh, yes. See, this folks is why you watch. You want to watch and go, oh yeah, this was definitely filmed by the lowest bidder. That's what you're hoping for. Well, I aim to please. So the only answer is I have to empty out all the shears, wait for the wool to grow, then dye the sheep, then put all the shears back. Oh, All right, let me go do that, and I'll get back to you.
1 hour later.
Whew. All right, well, we've done it. All of the sheep have now been dyed the correct color. I took all the shears out, waited for the sheep to grow their fur back. Is it fur or wool? Or fur or hair? What is it? Fur? Hair? Hairy fur? I don't know. Hairy reefer? Sorry. These are the jokes. I'm so sorry. So I did that, and they're now all back. They've got, see, as you can see here, we've got the right colors in here, so everything's good. But now I just got to get the white wool out of all these, bins and put them in the right one in the white wool bin down at the end. So let's just get that done as quick as possible. Hey, we got our item frames. This is gonna be a proper, like, professional experience here, huh? All right. I really wish that shimmer thing would go away. That's very weird. Why does it do that? All right, well, it is what it is. All right, let's park these puppies right above there. Oh. Hey, look at that. All right. One. All right, now I know some people are probably saying, why are you using glowing item frames? Aren't they kind of expensive for this? So the reason why is because when you have shaders on, the shaders, especially with the light level, can screw with the color you're looking at. When you put them in a glowing item frame, that shows like it ignores the light level. So see how this looks like it's glowing a little bit? Like, wait till you see the lime dye one, the lime color one. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. So this is the way to see like the real true color. I see your true colors. Okay, sorry, I don't know why that. I don't know. I think it's from the 80s, 90s. Let's see. Pop that in there. Oof. Light blue wool. Red wool. Which is my favorite bed color is red wool. I think that's because it's it was the original. All right, so. Oh yeah, look at this color oranges on here. These colors just pop. All right, let's put this back. There you go. Here's, dude, I'm getting radiation poisoning just standing next to this. All right, that looks quite good. Excellent. All right, and then just to be safe, we pop a bed down here in case for some reason I might need it. And that bed will probably stay there. Yeah, I think we're good here. This looks awesome. All right, friends. Well, looking back over here on our wool farm, I think we're about ready to clad this sucker. What do you think? First, let's do a quick check. Let's see how many we're up to here. We got 56, 61. Yeah, things are trucking along. Now, the real question is going to be how I wind up. I'm going to be incorporating these wool colors into our cladding somehow. Probably put a band of it on the roof of some kind. Now, originally I was going to build like a normal size. Well, I don't know how normal this is. This is fairly wide for a farm, I think. Somewhere, someone who builds super farms like, this is tiny, dude. Well, it might be. I don't know. But I'm going to turn these into stables. I think that'll look the nicest. So, let's get cracking, shall we? All right, let's turn our HUD back on and let's start coming up with some ideas. Yeah, we're not going to be building anything radical here. My hope here is that this just winds up looking very nice. So that's what I'm going for right now. I'll be stripping this oak. Oh, I'm sorry, this is spruce. I'll be stripping it Naughty, naughty. And thank you, Arthur. Burn it. So we'll be stripping this, and in the meantime, what I want to be doing is just thinking about, in the end, what's my goal here? So I'm not really going to have to be going in here all that often, but I am going to need access to the area because, you know, something might happen. There might be some reason why I need to go in here, you know? So let's see. Now the trick is I don't want to have tons of pylons for, well, I think in the end, yeah, we're just going to do it this way. All right, so I think what I need to do here is just get the wall in, get these pylons in. I'm not sure how interesting that'll be, so let's just skip ahead to where I've already finished this. All right, I'm gonna need some walls now, and I think I forgot to bring some walls. And I am gonna also need some glass. So let's head over there. I don't know if you guys have also noticed there's some serious frame issues going on over there by the sheep farm. I'm actually hoping that by enclosing it, and we've got like entity culling and things like that, that might help the frame rates increase. I gotta tell you, I love this game, and it's amazing that a game this old could... I have a 9950X 3D processor, and it slows this thing down, and that's just like, wow. All right, so we got some walls. Okay, I don't know if I would need these slabs, but I'm just going to bring them just in case. Yeah, and I'll bring the stairs. You know what? I think I don't want to use these walls. I think I need something more contrasty. Can I make walls out of... No, I can't make walls out of calcite. That would be too easy. So what can I do? Quartz? Can I do quartz walls? Can I do quartz? No. No. Because that would be too easy. I want something that contrasts... I don't... should this be the building that gets the birch? No. You know why? It's slightly too yellow. I think it's slightly too yellow. So what other stuff? Diorite? Can I do diorite walls? Can I do... Yes. Alright. I may or may not have just wasted all those. Let's, let's go find out, shall we? Alright, I'm going to bring the rest of them just in case, but if that doesn't work, we might need to just go with tough. So here, let me park some of this. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Alright, I brought some tough brick walls. First thing I'm going to do when I get over here is go to bed. Ooh, we're cutting this one close. I should have gone to bed in the house. Stuff's gonna start spawning. Oh, yeah, I should have. You know, when the sun gets, like, that low, you need to, like, immediately. All right, let's see here. You know what? That's not terrible. I think we're gonna have to go up a level to top it, but that's not bad. Let's, okay. I think I can live with that. Need to eat something. And by the way, this is my first time, and I'm not exaggerating. This is my first time ever doing anything with diorite. I've never used it, ever. So, and I think it's going to work in this instance because I'm also going to be using some other things around it that'll just help it to... Does it count if I'm also hoping that it blends in? Alright, so I'm still trying to... I think I know what I want, but it's going to take a little bit of trial and error. And like I said, I don't want this to be as long as the last episode. Hopefully we're going to actually have more done in this video than the last one because I'm committing to actually editing this and trying to pare down some parts that aren't as fun. And I have a feeling that while I'm working on this is going to take a little while where I just try to figure some things out. So, give me a few minutes. I'll catch back up with you. Alright, so it's been a little while I've been working on this, and in the long run, the diorite is working out. I tried some different wall options, especially on the top. I was trying to figure out what the flow should look like from the top of the wall onto the roof. As you know, we're going to be using deep slate slabs for the top, but the different stuff I was using wasn't really working until I went with just using strip spruce. Strip spruce just looks good. If you're wondering about the holes there in the middle, that's going to be a copper block I put in. And I'll have to head back to the house to go get those. It didn't occur to me to... the more I'm thinking about it, the more I feel like copper is going to be a pretty big part of this build. But right now, we got all this deep slate tile in the inventory, so maybe we should just get the roof done. Roof. That's how they say it, right? The roof. So what do you say we climb on up there and start building some roofing? Oh yes, here we go. Now we must make the deep slate tile dance. Dance, deep slate tile dance. Oh yeah, it's coming together. Here we go. Deep slate tile slab was made to be roofing material. It just was. Well, I could turn it sideways, though, because it's wrong direction right now. Like, it still looks good. Honestly, it's the best roofing material ever. I have seen some builds with straw that hay bales that come kind of close, and I'm pretty sure maybe they might get beaten quality-wise when the straw sleeping bag or hay sleeping bag, or whatever they call it, comes in. But this looks pretty good. Alright, I know we're skipping around a lot in this episode, but again, I'm trying not to bore people to death, and roofs can take forever. Especially because look, I could just put deep slate tile slab on this and call it a day, but that's not the kind of roof I want to build. This is going to be the root of it, the foundation, and so I got to fill the whole thing with this, and then I'm going to be carving it out as I creatively try to figure out what I'm going to actually finish it with, you know? I know I'm going to use wool, but let me horse around with this for a bit. We'll cut back, all right? All right, dear viewer, I have been working on this for a while now, and let's see where we're at. So I did also work on embellishing the walls out a little bit. We got campfires on the top. We got some fences. I think the roof there, the edge of the roof there is working out well. I brought copper blocks. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yep, brought some copper blocks over so that we could fill in these holes because they were driving me crazy. So let's get these all full. All right, friends, here's where we're at now. Check it out. We got the roof on this side. I'd say about 70% done. I don't have all the accents in. I want to get some copper incorporated and some wool blocks. But yeah, it's not bad. This took a couple hours to get in there to screw around with and get it to where I like it. And now I just got to clone the puppy and put it on the other side. So I don't know if you know this, but a long time ago, when so Minecraft updates used to happen all the time. Like during the week you'd get 1, 2, and then there'd be Secret Friday updates, and you'd get like all kinds of interesting things that would get added on. And at one point Notch was talking about making it so that torches would go out. Oh, okay. We gotta hit the hay here. Whoop! Parkour! Alright. Also, I kind of... Ow! Why did that hurt? So yeah, he was talking about like torches going out at some point, which was just like, oh man. Can you imagine that? You're down there like spelunking. Like especially now that they've drastically increased the world height and depth. You're down under some mountain range and you get lost, and then all of a sudden like your torches that you put out to find, you got so lost by the time you find like your way back. The torches you put down were going out. Oh. Now he said it, and if I remember correctly, there was... I will say this, it was a different time. People just didn't start screaming bloody murder back then. They were curious. Okay, well, if you want to do that, is there gonna be something that doesn't go out? And I can't remember if that was where the idea of lanterns first came from or not. Hey guys, look! We've got most of a proper roof done here. Yeah, and so now what I'm gonna do is do some more copper blocks. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do. Put this back. All right, let's get those slabs that I dropped. A-do. Okay, we've got a nice-ish looking building. I give the building right now 6.8 out of 10. Where our walls are just not where they need to be yet. They're just not. So we got to work on that. All right, so first let's get the sides to match. I don't have any fence gates over here, so let's get that squared away. Okay, now... Oh, well, obviously... Where are... Okay. We'll hang some lanterns from these. How does this look? They're too low. Too low. Can I hang that? Yes. Not too low. Yeah, see? Ooh. Yeah, we should have gone up one more, but we've created a design challenge here, and I'm willing to go with it. Alright, so... let's get our torches, or I'm sorry, let's get our lanterns up over here. Okay. Now. Okay, so the question is with wool. Let's get some wool done here. All right, we're gonna need to make room for 16 things of wool. All right, that should be plenty of space. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do. Wow, counting. Not so much for Gideon. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, this has got to be in your top tier of exciting videos to watch. Just Gideon counting out wool. No! I hate accidentally clicking on things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it still? Yeah, barely. I kind of feel like the days should be a lot longer than they are. Alright, we got our wool. Alright, let's get cracking, shall we? So first of all, we will be adding wool to every single middle stanchion here. So let's get that squared away. Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to go back there and get that one. Alright, let's go get that wayward. Alright, now we go back out here. Alright, what are you? You are magenta wool. Go there. You are purple wool. Okay. Wait. No. I'm also a little bit colorblind. Okay, you are just blue? You are cyan. Wait, no, you're cyan. What are you? Am I missing one? No, you're light blue. There we go. You are green. And you are lime. There we go. Alright, back over to here. And This part's the tedious part. Brown. Black. Dark gray. White. You gotta go to sleep. Alright. You know, that's one thing about when you're trying to do what I'm doing, you know, just enjoying playing, but also like making a video. What do you talk about all of the time? What is there always to say? The answer is there's not a lot to talk about all the time. Like right now, my thing is like, does this look better than this? No, I don't think it does. So, give me this back. Okay. Alright, now, we got all of our wool colors here worked out, so now we're just gonna go up here and we're gonna start doing something with a wool color. Okay, now. Oop. No. I know we're going to make more lanterns. Okay. Okay, what'll happen if I put this here? No. I don't want it to stick out. That's my main thing. I want it to, there we go. Okay. Alright, now I know what you're saying. It looks a little odd. Yeah, it does. But it's not done yet. So just hang in there with me. Hang in there, my friends. There and there. 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 Now, let's see what it looks. Oh, yeah. It actually looks nice. And you know, I might not have to, like, tear this out. Yeah, like if I fill this in with wool blocks, I think that this might look not terrible. But you know, we're still working on it here. So this. You could theoretically stop here, but I got like vines that need to be put in, and you know, things like that. Let's do these here. I think this guy's black, right? He is. Black. Black. Alright, we gotta do some. This is my favorite wool color here. Gray wool. It looks so nice. It's like the texture that they came up with. I think it's really clean. There we go. Okay, now light gray. Well, may not be getting any light gray. There. There. I'll be running up there in a second to pick up any stray blocks that I haven't been able to get my hands on after chopping them up. Okay, let's go up now. Alright, who's left? Oh, there's only one? Okay. Wow. Okay, that idea of mine worked out. That looks nice. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, alright. Next thing we can do here. Alright, I'm just gonna use this as a... Alright, now... I need this, this, and then that, I think, and then... This? Okay, so let's see here and do... What are you? You are pink. So, pink, pink. This. You are... Yes? What color are you? Purple. Oh, they came up with the purple thing. That is hilarious, I think. The whole purple block, I just think is really great. Okay, what are you? You're blue. There. You know, in real life, this would be like the absolute... Well, this is light blue. In real life, this would be like the worst thing you could have on your... This blocks of wool. Wouldn't this be the worst? Is there some kind of water repellency I don't know about when it comes to wool? I mean, you tell me, dear viewer. All right, we need this. We're almost done with my idea. Let's see here. Okay, boop, boop. Okay, here and then here. Oh yes. Boop, and then doop. And here and here. No, I screwed that up. All right, well. Ah. Crap. Put it in the wrong place. I hate it when I do that. All right. Ah, I did it here too. Wow. Way to go, Gideon. Just screwing things up. Alright, let's go get our other white block back. Let's see if there's anything else we would like to do. Alright, doing a quick scan. I don't see anybody. Alright, let's go to 4. Alright. Hey, is this starting to look decent? Alright, we really are getting there. The question is the roof complete? And that's no. I want to incorporate some greenery and some shrubs into it, but what I need are azalea leaves, and I have not seen an azalea tree. Or I haven't, it didn't register that I needed it at the time, so I sort of just discarded it. But yeah, I'm gonna go fly around for a few minutes and we'll see if I find one. Alright, so I'm unable to find any azalea trees or bushes. While I have found some lush caves underground, I don't find... They only have the glowberries. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to, like, go exploring more to find that stuff. But for now, let's, turn our attention back to this. The building, it's coming together, but it needs more detail on the outside. But also what needs some assistance is I've got this giant hole here to go down there, and this just doesn't look nice. So maybe right about now it's time to figure out how we're going to actually have a permanent way to get down there that looks nice. Probably the best thing to do would have the stairs go sideways down inside, if I had to guess. There's no room for stairs here. You just can't have stairs here. There's not enough room. So it can't be here. So what it could be is if the stairs came out of here, like so, and there was a door here, and you went down that way. Okay, Arthur, you're gonna drive me nuts. Come here. Okay, just sit there. Now, I don't think I want to be right... Yeah, I don't want a door here next to a door. I want a door here. Alright, so let's try this out. Alright, so just like before, let me horse around for a few minutes. Let me dig around, see if I can come out with a good layout for this, and then I'll join you on the other side after once I'm pretty sure I like where we're going. Alright, here we go. Alright, so I've got a layout I think is going to work for us, and I've dug it out, got the stairs in the way that I think they should go, and I've decided I'm going to use some different tough flavored blocks to sort of fill this in. So first I'm going to try like a checkerboard pattern, but I'm not really sure if this is going to work or not. They just... checkerboard patterns work best when they have enough room to breathe. Like, you need room to breathe. And so while I think the pattern looks nice, like the plus pattern that I'm building here, I don't think that there's really... I'm not 100% sure on this. So let me screw around with this and we'll see where we get. I mean, it's not that it looks atrocious. It doesn't look atrocious. It's just... It doesn't have that je ne sais quoi that I'm 100% sure on. Yeah, the pattern just doesn't look right. Yeah, see? Alright, let's dig this up. Let's try something else. Shall we? So, let's see. We got, yeah, I think... Which way are we going to take this is the real question. I know it's got to be tough, because I think it's too dark if I use deep slate for the floor here. We already got deep slate behind us on the floor, but I don't want everything to just be deep slate floors everywhere. So let's try some strip spruce walls here. And I think I'm going to use like tough as an interstitial block in between them. Some sort of tough block. So I think that these tough bricks are looking pretty good. I just realized this is going under a wall, so I'm kind of I am wasting these tough bricks. Just being honest, but at the same time, I think we're gonna move the door from where it was. I think it looks better here. Yeah, I think it definitely looks better here. So, all right, let's see. We're gonna need some copper though, because we're using that as our accent color. An accent color. Sorry, I don't know. I am suddenly French, if you could even call it that. If you're French, I'm sorry. All right, let's get this floor in. All right, we are gonna keep going with. I don't want this building to look like it was just bolted on at the end, right? Like, the rest of the building had been here, and then this is just like a lean-to on the side of a of a building. So it's got to match stylistically. So if I've got to wind up modifying the main building to make this look like it's always been here with it, I'll do that. But for right now, let's just work on getting these in here. And I just happen to have enough blocks. Yeah, let's make the door match. All right, we got... Oh, hey, I got to put spruce logs here, so good. I won't have all of this cracked deep slate just on top of things. Alright, now what are we gonna do for our roof? Roof. I, I don't know why I did that. It's kind of funny. Maybe a little bit? I don't know. Okay. We're gonna need some stanchions in the middle, so... Okay. Okay. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, get our windows put in. Back over here. Okay, now let's go in here. Alright, let's get... Oh, that's right. I need to put a door on here. Alright, let's get that door squared away. So what am I gonna use here? Let's just do slabs across here. And let's pop our door in here. And then we're gonna need... Where are you? Oh, they're there. Tough bricks. Okay. Yeah, this is a very strange building right now. I don't like this here. I'm going to replace this with planks. Spruce slabs will look nice there, I think. So let's make some slabbies. Alright, so 2. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer. Okay. Now about the roof. What are we gonna do there, huh? Do I still have some scaffolding on me? I have 6 scaffold. Okay, well, let's Okay, this wall is definitely too short, so let's resolve that. Park these here. Yeah, see, I'm starting to think about things ahead of time. I don't know if what I'm doing here works at all. Having that one on top of the wall probably looks weird. But I could be wrong, so... Okay, does that look weird? Huh, actually no. It doesn't look weird. A little bit different though, because I'm not using these tough brick walls anywhere else. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I was using them in more places? No. It needs the... Yeah, it needs the... Okay, here. So, I'm creating layers here, right? We got this outer layer, then an inner layer. We got like a ledge here, and when you put another wall in here, I'm losing my 3D of... Yeah. This works. It would work even better if this was... No. Nope, same thing. Yeah, I don't know. If you like it, if you like seeing it, let me know. But, I don't know, for me, it's not really working. Ooh, alright, now. So let's get, this all squared away, shall we? Man, is it just me? I just feel like I'm constantly sleeping on this world. I wonder if there's a mod to make day last a lot longer. There probably is, right? Alright, let's get back up here. Alright, we are slowly coming together here. So... what's the next... Deep slate tile slabs. Okay. Oh, I see what's going on. I'm gonna need to get some foot switches in. Doo-doo-doo. I don't know if this works. Am I out of copper slabs? How does that even happen? I shouldn't be out of copper slabs, right? Watch, I'm just missing it. They're in here somewhere. Someone sees them right now and they're like, dude, you're missing them. It could be. No, I think I used them all. Okay. Well, I don't even remember how to make them. Here? Yes. Alright, Give me... Yeah, give me... Holy crap, I got 48 slabs out of that. That's awesome. Okay. Alright, we need some lanterns in here, so let's get that squared away first. I say, and then proceed to... I mean, I know I need them. I'm just, you know, working on it. Alright, we're just gonna fill it in with, Alright, so we got something there. Now... Gotta do something, because bad guys will spawn in here. Alright, let's do... What will this look like if I just pop a... Alright, get rid of that. And then... Alright, it's not terrible. I'm not a fan of this. Yeah. Yeah, this floor is too... It's too plain. Alright, so we're gonna need a different tough floor, so... I like it there. I don't like it in the rest of this room. So... How many of these polished slabs do I have? Alright, dear viewer, I ran to the house to get some chains. I finished the tough floor in here, and now I just using some chains here to put up some lanterns, because we need a light in here. There we go. We got that one down. All right. I think we need one more on the other side. Oh, yeah. We should have copper instead. Let's do that. All right. Let's put our thing in there. Yeah, we got to replace this with boom. That. Okay. Now, let's go up and... I know that there's stuff floating on the roof here. Let's pick those up and use them for other things. Huh. We got lights. We go down our stairs here. So nicely lit. Yeah, look at that. We got all of our wool. We have a spare bed just in case. I think it's possible we've pulled this one off, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's good. I still want to do a detail pass with it, but for now, I think it works fine. All right, what's this look like? It's kind of nondescript. Let's see if we can fix this a little bit. So we'll do this. Alright, that's a little bit better. Don't think we need lights. I don't think that will do it. However, I think a couple campfires would absolutely help. So let's... No, they're too high. We need to come down a level. So, 1, 2, 3. And then some fences. If I can find them. Oh, they're there. Okay, so... Boop, boom. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's just do a quick, Alright, I'm gonna eat something real quick. Alright, how's our roof looking? Our roof is looking good. Yeah, alright, I think this side over here... Alright, I don't... Alright, now, you and I all know that I built this on the fly, right? So I didn't know what I was going to build here. So as a result, we built the first thing, and then we built this. Problem is that this looks like it got added on at the end. And I don't actually want that. So, I need more campfires, like a lot of them. Yeah, let's go make more campfires, and... Yeah, this is where going the extra mile is really going to help us out. Okay, boy, I can't wait till we, like, work on this area. All this temporary stuff can go. Down here will be, like, some lush farmland that I'm going to be building. Just really excited. I think that there's so much room here, and I think that's the main thing. So here's first thing here's the deal about why I'm doing this. I do this because I love Minecraft. I don't do this because I'm trying to... I mean, it'd be neat if it went somewhere someday, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just doing this out of love, you know? I really enjoy this. Second of all is... God forbid I get hit by a bus tomorrow. One of my favorite things ever in this entire world is playing Minecraft with my little girl. I just love it. And so, God forbid he takes me to be with... Well, if God takes me to be with him, it's because it was he decided to do it, and I'm not going to argue with him. He's God. You know what I mean? If the maker of the heavens and the earth decides he needs you, that's the way that it is. But in the meantime, this is left behind, and she can see it, and maybe find some sort of comfort that I might not be here, but she can still sort of play with me. In a way, you know? Is this charming? Yeah. Because this doesn't work. This... Okay, I haven't done a door yet, so this is interesting. Here, right here. Alright, let's move our scaffolding over here. Alright. I think that's the main thing I've been thinking about a lot lately. I have a lot of really good friends recently who have passed away. And I think that that's kind of what led to the impetus of actually doing this. I've thought about doing this for a long time. Many years, actually. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Like, I just kept thinking, who would want to watch some 46-year-old guy playing Minecraft? And in the end, it just came to me, it's just like, don't. The thought came to me that maybe I was pigeonholing myself. You know? Like, you can talk yourself into and out of all kinds of things. But the thought came to me that maybe instead of me doubting someone would watch, and hemming and hawing, and having all of the equipment to do all kinds of these things, you know, I've got some pretty high-end stuff. Granted, it's for work and things like that, but I also bought it with the idea in the back of my mind that it might get used for such a purpose as this. And I said, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's stop wondering and what if, and let's just do it for fun. So here we are today, and it's me, your friend LordGideon, playing Minecraft purely for the enjoyment of it. There we go. We are starting to get somewhere. Man. You know, I don't... You might disagree with my copper stuff that I like. I really like copper. That's just who I am. Alright, so this side... I think we're pretty decent here. I think that there are some more accents that really need to be added, so... Okay. Alright, the bottom still needs some help. This section here really does need some assistance still. So I think what I'm going to do here is a tough walls and a fence gate between them. I think that'll look really nice. So let's swap this for this. Alright, let's do that. Okay, and now what I need is, I need some some lanterns to be placed over here. So, let me figure out what that's gonna look like. Well, no, I know what it's gonna look like. We're gonna do a chain here. Yes, we are. We're gonna do a chain there, and then torch here. Torch here. I think the offset door is not terrible. I might... You know what? Let me try something here. I know... I have an idea here that might work, because tough actually has some of the more interesting... Alright, we got 37 chiseled tough. So let's see. See, this is where you really push things and you can get them to be like significantly better. Okay, do I got that in there or that? Or that? Oh. Okay. Viewer, I don't know. I'm not sure on this one. I'm being honest with you here. This is where being like super creative. All right, so I scattered some trapdoors throughout the top of this as accents, and then also used some different tough blocks to really bring it together. This is where I think it finally started to cross from like an 8 to like a 9-ish area. My friends, ooh, I think we're getting somewhere here. Now that's a build. That looks nice. Look at that. That looks great. Let's get like a... Okay. Let's go through our sweet new entrance. Oh, and since we're here, let's do... Before I forget. I put one scaffolding. So grass can still grow underneath these, but I always put these here so that I can jump up on them if I need to. There we go. All right, now, what are we going to do here for the bottom? All right, so let's start with this. Yeah, it just works. So we're not going to belabor the point. Let's just chop up more of this spruce. And... See? That we were talking about earlier? The amount of times I've accidentally thrown my tools. That's the other reason why I want netherite. So that I can... I've chucked them into lava pools, you know, all kinds of stuff. It's just... You know, I think it's you get used to, like, your hands moving across the keyboard, and then... You're suddenly trying to, like, do multiple things at once, and then it just happens. Okay, that looks good. All right, so up here, I think, yeah, I think up there, this makes sense. Let's pop that in there. Okay. All right. Let's keep going here. Oops, that was almost the wrong one. All right, now normally I'm, as you know, jumping into bed, doing something, but I'm finally feeling like we're getting to the point where we don't really need to worry. I'm technically inside of a building. They can't... Well, a spider could climb over this, I guess, but... And, you know, I could get shot by an archer. The building's not enclosed, but... It's not like... I've got enough armor where I'm not concerned. My main thing has always been... Oh, crap. I've been putting the wrong blocks in. So what happens when you get me talking, chat? Alright. My main concern are creepers. I don't want my builds to get destroyed. That's the thing. So, you know, take it or leave it. we gotta do a lap behind this other side here now. Any more? No? Okay. Now, is this actually good enough? No, that looks weird. Now, see, what I need are some stairs. So let's... Alright, let's get this in here. Let's get a crafting table down, shall we? Alright, let's... Right here, so we don't destroy any of this delicious grass that our sweet sheep require. Let's make some stairs. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, yeah. Okay. No! Look at that! My friends, my friends! This is coming together! I get really excited when things work, you know? Like, another thing you could do here are, you could put these in here. You know, put fences in, but, I don't think it works as well as the stairs are working. Yeah, because these stairs are legit. Alright, let's see here. I don't know if I'm going to have enough of this stairs. Oh, we might have just enough. Look at that. Okay. Alright, now. Oh, this is really coming together. Alright, now, if I do this... Okay. We're just going along here. Alright, I think I gotta fix the post down here. Yep. This one needs to get replaced by... Oh, no. Oh, okay, there we go. By this. There we go. Alright, it's not going to match perfectly, but hear me out. That is just way too many. You know what? I think it works better. Yeah. It looks better when they're not hanging from the wall. So let's get... Oh, I'm over. Oh. Hang on a second. No, I'm out of tournament. Can I hang? I don't think I can. No, I can't. Here's the deal, my friends. As I've told you before, sometimes when you're building, you come across ideas that work, and sometimes they don't work. Now, in this case, what's occurred is I made the presumption that switching this from there to having the torches in the middle would be perfect, but the problem is they're too low. I want them up higher. Now, the only way we're going to do that is if I glass up this center section. And I think that will actually look really good when I get done with it. And this is where that intricacy that we've been talking about really comes into play. You know what I mean? It's... when you're building, don't settle for, I guess this is fine. If you don't love it, try again. You know, come back to it later. Spend time, like, really massaging it. Like, remember, there doesn't need to be a time frame. Yeah, so 1, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's... Alright, so let's do this. I'm just doing this for speed. Or not, because we seem to be out of rod of coal. There we go. Alright, so I'm not sure how many I'm going to need to enclose this. I am, like, this is turning into a bit of a building. It's still kind of a stable, but not quite. But I think that's okay. So I'm going to need to bring with me some copper blocks and some polished blocks as well. So let's just double check. No, I don't have any in my inventory. So let's get some of those back out. We're going to need them. And here we go. We got some of that. All right. Now, just in case, I'm going to bring some blocks of copper. All right, we got the last one cooking here. And there we go. All right. We got chains. So how it's going to work is... Oh, wait till you see. It's going to look really nice. That's the main thing. All right, let's head up here. Okay, so this is where a chain is going to go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pop a copper block in here. So let's get that placed. And then we're going to pull this out and pop one here. There we go. Oops. And then there. And then for here, we're just going to do an extra one. Yeah. What's the transition look like down here? Let's double check that. Oh, it's okay, it's gentle. That's a nice slope. Okay, so let's fill these in. We got more than enough glass, thankfully. I'm gonna need to make more though. So, you know, I've been trying to collect things when I'm not when I'm not recording what I'm doing with you guys, but let me know if you actually want to see, you know, resource runs and stuff like that. Okay, we got this here now. So, the whole reason for this is so I can do that. Nice. All right. All right, so let's get these done. Okay. I think that the fences I put in need to be replaced by opened fence gates. So we're gonna find out together if that works. So how does this look? All right, let's try it with a fence gate, huh? No. Maybe up here? No, I like the trapdoor better. Oh, where did it go? Okay. So, where... Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it looks better with... It does look better with the spruce fence there. Alright, so I think that this looks good. Alright, so now we got to make sure, though, that we have some back here so that nothing spawns back here. So what will that look like? Also, if it's more well lit... no, it's too many. And they're... I'm fine with, like, using these as shelves. I'm okay with putting lanterns on desks and things like that, but in this case, it's you can see too many of them. If this glass was a solid block, that might work. But, yeah, right now it doesn't work. Okay, so what if instead of that we did this on the inside? Actually, that looks kind of nice. Well, let's work on that. There we go. Yeah, see? When they're up higher, it doesn't look as rough. Okay, so... Darn it. I need to make more. Okay. Let's go back over here to our crafting table. And we're gonna need to make all of it. Actually, we're just gonna need to do all of them. So let's get that squared away. Okay, so now 8, 8, 8, and then there we go. Okay, that's plenty of fences. So let's also, because this is enclosed now, we do not need this door here. Yeah, we don't need it here. But I like... See, this is how things happen sometimes. You're just working on something and then you realize it's a bit different. So, yeah, okay. All right, so let's get our fences put in. There we go. This window here that doesn't need to be here. So we got rid of that. Same thing here? No. All right. All right, so... Did we just finish the inside of this? I'm not sure if we finished it. Man, that looks good. Now this is a wool farm. Look at that, stairs. You don't hit your head on the stairs on the way down? That's important to me. I hate that. All right, friends. We have finally reached the home stretch of decorating this. Now, I would kill for some azalea leaves, but we don't... Oh, oops. I don't want bushes next. There's going to be a planter box here, so just ignore that screw up. For now, I'm going to stick these leaves in here. They may or may not be permanent. I'm not sure, but this is the old school way of doing bushes, and it hasn't failed me yet. So what to do over here? There should be some shrubs of some sort. So let's get rid of those. I can build a pot that'll sit at the bottom of this, just so, and that should look nice. But yeah, what we're gonna need. Oh, let me check over here. I can't remember where I ended this. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do a planter box there. So leaves here. So yeah, what I'm gonna need to do is off camera, I'm gonna go on a huge quest and see if I can find some lush caves. We need moss. We need the little azalea bushes. We need azalea leaves. We need azalea everything. So I'm going to just need to go do some searching. In this episode, let's be honest, it's long enough as it is. So, all right. We're going to need some dirt. D-I-R-T, dirt. And we're D-U-R-T, actually, is how I spell that. Dirt. And we're going to need some sprucey trapdoors. So let's make ourselves some planter boxes. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. Just ignore that. All right, now that we got all of our trap doors picked back up because there's not room for them there. Let's start making our planter boxes. Now I got a mod that'll open up multiple doors at once if they're connected. That's why they're doing that. Oops. Didn't mean that. Let's put it here on the side. Alright, crank that up. Boop. Bam. Boy. Horticulture is a lot different than Minecraft, isn't it? I also love that you can have trapdoors hold water. I find that to be very interesting. I feel like, you know how in villages where they have like the trapdoor wells, they look like bathtubs? Have you seen that? I kind of feel like they should be like a bungee cord wrapped around them. These are the thoughts that go through my head. Alright, we got another side to do. Ooh, look at the amount of okay, we're down to 14. I wonder how I think we're gonna be short, actually. I think we're gonna be short one trap door. Why? Yeah, we're gonna be short one. I am thinking maybe I could just crib one from somewhere else where it's in use, but I'll just go make more of them. One short. Okay, yeah, so here's the deal. This looks just odd, doesn't it? So, I don't know if I'm going to replace that or not, but let's get some dirt put in these, and then we're going to get some flowers. Oh, I forgot to make... I gotta make some pottery. Alright, so... yeah, we're down to... oh yeah, this was more than enough dirt. Okay. Even then, it's just not quite... yeah, we're still missing something. We're still missing something. And this is where it's easy to get complacent. Just, you know, I'll just go with it. No, it's missing something. So you gotta figure out what it is. You know what, friends? I think this is a good spot for us to stop. We've done so much today in this episode. We have built the wool farm. We've got the wool going down in. We've got so much going on. we've built the building around it, and now that last polishing phase that it needs, I could just say, oh yeah, we're done, but I'm not going to say that it's done just because I want to end the episode with it done. There's supplies that I just don't have yet. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go find those supplies, and in the next episode we'll finish polishing this building up, and then we're going to conquer that eyesore over there that is the iron farm. So thanks for hanging in there today. I really appreciate you spending so much time with me, watching as I go through this creative process and just enjoy playing Minecraft. I hope to see you guys soon.